Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Sorry, I was like sitting outside drinking my coffee and I was just, oof. So I'm just going to do a read based off of this channeling because I don't even know. So, a knot. The ancient ones are not triggered, the ancient ones are angry. The goddess Anat has revealed herself, and we must heed her call. The goddess Anat, the goddess of divine justice. Cards always just flying everywhere. The orphan, the village, the threshold, the pilgrim, Kairos, and the one. Y'all. I just ground your energy for a second. Just ground your energy for a second. Just breathe. Deep belly breaths. Grounded. Grounded. Yeah, if you need to touch something, just to like remind yourself that you are in the room, you are in your present state, you are in reality. Ground yourself in reality. The village and the orphan. The village is the idea that you cannot get any bigger than the people around you. And it is so important that when we are dealing with the energy of the orphan, the abandoned child, the one who has been held in place, the one who has been withheld from love, that is an ancient wound. The abandonment felt by women, by children, by the men who have fought for their families, who have been held in their place and told that it is not their right. That is not a trigger. That is an ancient wound. That is not an insecurity. That is a demand for justice. And justice cannot be defined by the psychology of man on the context of three-dimensional mentalities. The importance of grounding is in that it allows for that energy to move through us and find its place within us. It is a journey of understanding the movement of divine energy. It is not defined by the movement of, I just feel like, the textbooks and their explanations. Beloveds, there aren't many people who are going to understand that. I mean, it feels like a crossing over, but a crossing over into a state of divinity. We must heed her call. This is intense. This is intense, but like also I was like, I have to do this. I'll get ready for work after. Ooh, because that's like pulsing through me. The Seven of Swords and the Emperor. Well, I feel like this is that energy of like the call to divinity. The understanding of what that means. I just want to like, when we discuss energy, right? They're like the basic energies that are very thin, you know, just kind of like our day-to-day lives, the thing like the basic general interactions that we have. Those are very, not even, I don't even want to say low level energies. They're just thin. They're just thin energies. They don't carry a lot of weight. They don't carry a lot of significance. When you are dealing with energies of ancient wounds, these are not energies that are thin energies that can just be these are deep, heavy energies. And really and truly, like those people who are just like in that external energy, who are just like trying to figure things out. Like it's not about figuring it out. And if that's the approach that you're going to take with this, I can already tell you that you're going to end up being repulsed by it. You're going to end up finding that you feel the need to fight it every step of the way. You're going to have a really bad experience with this, and so I would recommend not engaging in it, because this isn't a sideshow conversation. you know. Um, well, I mean, that's good. You've got the Four of Swords, the Seven of Wands. That's seeing your way out of confusion. But, you know, again, I just feel the need to state that there is confusion created with textbook response. Because textbook responses come from textbook understandings. And, you know, again, I just feel like this, not everyone can come because not everyone can understand what it truly means to create a loving, safe environment for a collective energy that is so ancient that it requires a specific kind of medicine, a specific kind of understanding. Yeah, I just feel like the wisdom of men is the ignorance of God. You know, like it's not, there's no, the direction comes from the goddesses. The direction comes from the power of the ancient. The direction comes from the calling. You know, I feel like that's like very important to express this. Well, yes, because I do think that in a lot of ways the divine feminine has been robbed of its power in the patriarchal petition for softness. And that is a journey. Because before there can be softness, there first must be justice. I mean, you have the Queen of Cups twice. That's great. I love that because there is an offering of love. But I do feel like this decision of well, you know, it's funny because I think it's been in the Cancer read for a long time, and I know I'm not doing signs, but it just popped into my mind. But you know, one of the hurdles that this energy was experiencing was the idea that like they keep being told they don't really know what love is. They don't really know what it is to create a safe home or a safe environment, and just feeling like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, don't tell me I don't know what I'm doing when I know what I'm doing is on behalf of what is called into action. And I just feel like having to make decisions. And I think these decisions have been ones that have felt like to you, like you're not allowed to protect, you're not allowed to defend, you're not allowed to experience righteous rage. And when you do, we'll tell you that it's just your ego, you're just insecure, you're just dealing with ancient righteous wounds. Because no justice, no peace. We are only able to love others as much as we love ourselves. And if you do not love yourself, anything that looks loving or that is genuinely embodied in love will seem as though it is an attack. If you haven't read The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis, please go read that book. It is phenomenal. I love it because the concept behind it is basically purgatory and leaving purgatory, entering into the heavens. And when they enter into the heavens, they're on the outskirts of heaven. But when they're there initially, the grass is like glass cutting them. The sound of the water is like roaring, and it attacks, and it's overbearing and overwhelming. And it is only when they begin to grow that they are able to grow into the surroundings of the heavens. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing this energy with me. Thank you for allowing me to share this energy with you. And yeah, if it does resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.